This is Jillian at Ranicar-Breese, and I'm back for part 3 with David Henry, who's, I've discovered, got, of course, a website, which is www.davidphenry.com, and you've got, do I press here, or are you going to do it?
Well, it's all kinds of, activities and, specialties in photography, things I do, one of which is teaching photography, which I've been doing very often since the beginning of 2006.
Right.
Yeah, so this page right here.
So press on that.
And here we go. Yeah, photography workshops in Paris.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sure those are online, of course, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah. Here's a picture of me taking pictures.
Yeah.
There's one of the pictures I took while I was taking. This picture of somebody else took that photo naturally.
Yeah.
That is an announcement that I had in Réponse Photos. It's a very leading photography magazine in France. It's a very good magazine. Yeah. I like that very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started getting so many emails about the photography workshops. At the end of 2005, that finally I decided to type this all up. It's like all the typical questions and answers.
10 years of notes.
Yeah. Well, it's just an attempt to answer people's questions before they ask them.
Have you thought of publishing a book?
I'd love to. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
To fill one up.
A sort of a how-to.
There's been so many books, printed, published on that top before. I don't know if I could, do any better and
of course you
avoid.
Of course you can. You're David Henry.
Reinventing the wheel. No, what I prefer to do is just a book of candid photography. And perhaps also do contrast between those and another section in the same book, perhaps with the contrast of beautiful, classically wonderful. Urban landscapes, pictures of Paris, the city of lights, the monuments, and so forth. Yeah, well, I like those almost as much. But to make a contrast between those two different kinds of photography. Yeah, be a great idea.
We'll show some more, David, while we're here.
Yes.
Some more candid ones.
Well, there's another big category. It's like
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is a diner in central Massachusetts. Actually, when there's some kind of scene, it's like precious and wonderful. I really want to catch it. But I have a very good sense that, if I put the camera in my face, people notice I'm about to take their photo. They're going to flip out. It's going to spoil the scene. So I was standing next to this guy in his table, and he was sort of like, out from my left-hand shoulder. I had the camera at waist level. I aimed the camera at him and took the photo. I was very, very lucky and caught just the right moment. It's like waving out a match after having lit up a cigarette. This bit about taking pictures of the camera at waist level. Actually, it stems from using cameras like this. Now, it's a camera that I got when I was 13 years old. It's a very entry-level, we call it a twin lens reflex. Sold by Sears. It was actually manufactured in Germany. Sears put their name on it. You hold it at waist level, you look straight down towards your waist to see what is in front of you. That was a pretty good camera. As long as I guessed the focus correctly, it didn't have a rangefinder. When I was 21, I bought a Hasselblad. This is It's a fantastic camera. It's
Do you still have it?
No, I sold the Hasselblad in 1996, but it's the top-end camera made in Sweden. It was taken to the moon, all the different moonwalks. The photographs taken on the moon were taken with Hasselblads.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about now? What camera do you have now?
Oh, good heavens. Well, now...
Different lenses, of course.
Oh, yeah. Very wide-angle lens all the way to very telephoto lens. I now have a Nikon D600. Let's see. It's this one right here.
All right. What's the make?
It's a Nikon.
Oh, and okay.
Yeah, naturally.
Naturally.
Yes, it's a very good camera. Actually, it takes pictures like as sharp or perhaps a bit sharper than the Hasselblad. Smaller, after all, I suppose it weighs as much as a Hasselblad, but naturally, the digital revolution, everything's become more compact, dematerialized. Yeah.
Have you got some more photos to show me?
No, plenty more. Anyways.
A few thousand more?
Yes, well, I started here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took this one in Belleville. I was walking up the street. It's like,
In Bellevue?
Belleville.
In Paris.
Yeah, well, that's the 19th arrondissement.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was walking up the street, walking uphill, so the scene unfolding in front of me, and I just could not believe my eyes. I had the camera around my neck at waist level, and I just, looked, took a picture. Now, all this over here, would have stayed like this, in the space of, dozens of seconds, which is a very long time in the context of kind of photography. The way in which I was lucky is to have this girl, this woman, walking towards me with her dog, who is taking an interest in this dog, which is appearing from underneath the man's jacket with a very suspicious, some kind of fluid liquid trickling down the sidewalk. Yeah. You can imagine with this guy in front of me right here, I did not want to put the camera in front of my face. He looks like a bit of a bruiser and has already experienced some damage on his right hand, very likely by punching somebody. So I didn't want to get involved with that. The thing is, with all the experience and the years of taking pictures with a camera like this, like that, I have a pretty good idea of how wide the field of vision is going to be on, some kind of lens. Well, especially the 50mm, the normal lens. So I can just look and have a pretty good idea of what is going to be in the frame and what will not be in the photo. In France, you were just not supposed to photograph cops.
Right.
I do it pretty often. I don't think a cop has ever noticed I'm doing that. But if well, I don't know. I suppose they could take me in for questioning, or toss me in jail. So you have to be pretty careful about this. Yeah. Once again, camera waist level. The funny thing is, you get the sense this guy has kind of noticed me, but he hasn't noticed that I'm taking his photo. While they are searching the pockets of this guy on the right, who might be some kind of an immigrant, a marginal type in any case, as all these people are also. Yes.
And where was that shot?
Rue de Boissy. So it's not far from the Champs-Élysées. It's actually surprisingly like a bit of a wealthy, posh neighborhood. So it's kind of odd for them to be hanging out there. Again, camera at waist level. I pulled up in a car, got out. Me and my friends would love lawn ornaments, and that's what this man is selling, is lawn ornaments, the decorations people's lawns. And I saw this sign. It was very amusing. I stood up and I was walking towards it. This is the owner right here, and he's walking towards me.
No photos taken.
Yeah.
No animals.
Yeah. So that's what he was saying to me. He's walking towards me. I was like, "Hey, I don't care if you got a camera. Just don't take any pictures, okay?" I was like, "Yes."
Click. Click.
Yeah. That's the way it goes in the States. Very often, it's very easy to take candid pictures like this. Now, the trick was to look him straight in the eyes. Looking at his eyes, he keeps his gaze, his regard, still in my eyes. Doesn't notice what I'm doing with the camera. So
you should be working for the police.
Yeah. Oh yes. This is a photograph that, after all, could be divided into 2 or 3, panels. This man seems a bit special, but actually, it's really about this young woman sitting flat on a sidewalk right there while waiting for the bus, and the man walking by with the urban camouflage. Left to right in the top and the bottom, it's very good here. I love the lively colors going all over the place. The only thing that's frustrating about this picture is that I missed his feet. That's a bit of it's a minor detail. Could be a lot worse. Yeah.
Okay, David, thank you very, very much, and we'll definitely continue on with part 4, but I'm not quite sure when. But we got a date. Thank you very much.
All right, till the next time.
Absolutely.
Sure.
A bientôt.